dudes. Oh yeah, over top. Yeah. One-time shot. That perk is good, man.
Analysis and technical talk is Stuart Robson. And without doubt, a match with the potential
Hey, what's going on here?
excitement.
I just
How do you see it panning out, Stuart?
Oh, football.
Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual
Oh, this side hasn't actually many.
Oh, it might be.
Like, oh.
Boot down in media.
All in all, a broken counter-attack.
Not again.
Glorious goal.
Really good.
Oh yeah, I do remember. She actually wears a jersey. Right?
Diving header.
Oh, it's 1-1. I thought we were winning. Dang it.
Look at him. Freak.
Nice.
Look at him. What's up, guys? This is Lesky here, back with another FIFA 22 Pro Clubs player build for you guys. And in this video, we're going to be going over this striker build that I've been using. And I've been calling it the complete striker because we're a pretty average height and weight. And you can pretty much do anything with this build. The passing ability isn't the greatest. You would like to get that a little bit better. But when it comes to like aerial ability, dribbling, strength, you're pretty well-rounded. And this is probably one of the most well-rounded striker builds that you can make if you want to make a build that can pretty much do anything. So let's get started and dive straight into this complete striker build. So starting with the height and weight of this striker build, we are 6 foot, 174 pounds. I made a complete striker build in FIFA 21 last year towards the end of the year, and it seemed like a lot of you guys liked that build, so I wanted to basically remake that build or make it pretty similar. And I believe we are the exact same height. I went for 6 foot last year, so we went for the same. And I think the weight's a little bit different, but the reason we went for 174 this year in FIFA 22 is just because it's probably the most average and well-rounded weight. The lower the weight you go, the faster you are, but also your physical attributes are pretty weak. Like your jumping's not as good, and as well as your strength. And then the higher you go up, the slower you get, but your physical attributes are better. So we went kind of like in the middle and went for 174. So that's basically why we went for 6 foot, 174 pounds. Now let's take a look at the perks that I have on this build. For the first perk, we went for the one-time shot perk. And this one is crucial, especially for striker builds. I would have this on mostly all of your striker builds, and especially this one. Almost all my goals, I would say like a good 70-80% of my goals were from one-time shots. So it activates the one-time shot perk, it increases your weak foot, and we have a 4-star weak foot on this build, so it'll increase it to a 5-star weak foot when you are taking one-time shots. Gives you the power header, so basically it'll give you more of a shot of your headers going in the goal. The keepers will have less time to react. It basically just puts more shot power on your headers. Very clutch. And then it'll also give you the outside foot shot, the flare trait, and the finesse shot. And I do notice the outside foot shot triggering a lot with the one-time shot perk. It's pretty clutch. It adds a little bit of curve. It's basically the finesse shot just with the outside the foot shot. It curls away from the goalie a bit, and it's really good for finishing your chances. The second perk, we have active first touch. This build is pretty pacey. It's over 90 pace, but it's not like crazy fast, like 97, 96 pace. So having the active first touch while you're running in behind onto a through ball, it'll actually increase your acceleration and sprint speed on the build, and it'll also increase your ball control. So I'm a big fan of that. And then it also grants you the flare trait. I believe that's only like the flare trait on first touches. I'm not too sure about that. But either way, we have the flare trait on the one-time shot perk as well. And that'll allow you to do like bicycle kicks, fancy shots, scorpion kicks, and stuff like that. And then the third perk is the physical strength perk, which I have on almost all my build videos, and especially this one. We want to boost up the physical attributes even more, and this will increase the jumping and strength, and then it'll also increase the ball control when jostling, shielding, and heading the ball. And I don't know why my camera just went so dim, but I'm going to fix that. And I don't think I mentioned, but I have been sick for the past 4 or 5 days. I have a really bad cold, so I probably sound a bit nasally to some of you guys. So I hope it doesn't annoy you guys, but I really just wanted to get this build video out for y'all. And that's it for the 3 perks. Some other options y'all could go for is possibly the skill dribbler instead of the active first touch. It'll give you the flare trait and increase your dribbling. So you could do that, but I do think the active first touch is really nice for this build. And if you like going for long shots, you could try that instead of the active first touch. But I would definitely keep the one-time shot and the physical strength on the build no matter what. I would definitely keep those two, but you could possibly switch to active first touch if you'd like. But now let's go on over to the skill tree. Starting with the physical page for this build, we got this strength right here that'll give you +2 strength for only 1 skill point, so you might as well go for it. And then on this right side, the purpose of this was trying to get that jumping up, and basically we got it to 80 because of that. So what we did was get this extra stamina, because you only have 69 stamina. That's pretty trash. We had to get that stamina and then get this reactions, which will help quite a bit as well, especially as like a poacher and like a finisher in the box. Having a high reactions is quite nice. And then we went over to this jumping that'll give you +3 jumping, and that'll give us 80 jumping. And since we are 6 foot, we have some height on us. We can actually win some headers. I scored a few headers for sure with this build. And then increasing the jumping will just give you even more of a chance to win those headers. And then also we do have the physical strength perk, which will increase your jumping ability even more. So it's very nice, and you can actually score a lot of headers with this build, even though it's not the tallest build. And that's it for the physical page. Let's take a look at dribbling, where we went for the 5-star skills. I'm always going to get those 5-star skills in the attacker positions. I just love 5-star skills. It's kind of hard for me to play without them. So I went for the 5-star skills, but for the people that don't want 5-star skills, you can either take this one off or take this one off. If you just want 3-star skills, go for that. But if you want 4-star skills, just take one of them off. I don't think it really matters. And then use those rest of those 5 skill points for something else. Like you could add it to physical page. I don't know what you could do. You could add it to the strength and get more stamina, or you could also just add it to shooting. But I'm going to have those 5-star skills. So this is what I have on the dribbling page. And once you get the 5-star skills, you're going to come over and get this agility that gives you +3 agility for 3 skill points. And then we wanted the Lynx archetype, which is 10 skill points, but it gives you +6 agility and +5 balance, which will make your guy feel a lot silkier on the ball and a lot more responsive in situations when you're dribbling and there's a defender on you trying to steal the ball. You can feel really silky and quick, and you can use those 5-star skills to blow by an opponent and take a shot or whatever it may be. But basically this will give us the 87 agility and 78 balance for a 6-foot striker, which is very solid. And then we have 89 ball control and 89 dribbling. So very well-rounded dribbling attributes. And now to passing, we only have one thing on the passing page. This was just an extra skill point that we had at the end of the build that we needed to put onto something. So we just had to put it on this passing for +2 short pass, which will get us to 79 short pass. And like I said, the passing ability is like the one thing lacking on this build. We're just not going to really waste our skill points and focus on the passing ability for this striker build, because we're going to leave that up to a lot of the playmakers on our team, like the center mids, the cams, the wingers. Make sure they have good passing ability to set you up to score goals. So we don't really have much on the passing page at all, except for this one skill point. And honestly, since this isn't a full skill point build, I only am level 20 and I have 87 skill points. If it's possible, I would take this off and use that extra skill point and all the other skill points that I'll eventually get once I get to max level and put it on something else. I wouldn't even put anything on passing. That's what I would prefer. But for now, that's what we have. And then on to shooting. Here we went for the 4-star weak foot, like I said, got that 4-star weak foot. And then we want to increase the long shots and shot power. So when you go to this third one, you get +2 shot power and +4 long shots, which will bump us up to 80 shot power, which is quite nice that we got to that 80 mark, and then 87 long shots, which are actually pretty decent. And then this finishing will give you +2 finishing for 1 skill point. That's very good. And this one will give you +3 finishing and +3 volleys for 2 skill points. So it's extremely solid for a little amount of skill points. And then what I wanted to do is increase the shot power even more. So this is what we did to get to that 80 mark. Like 77 looks kind of weak. I wanted to get it to 80. So that's basically what we did here. For only 3 skill points, we got +5 free kick accuracy and +3 shot power, which will bump up the free kicks to 84 and the shot power to 80. And that's pretty much all we have right now on the shooting page. But again, once we have more skill points, we could possibly add it to like finishing, maybe the finisher archetype, or possibly even increasing the heading accuracy or more shot power. That would be ideal. But that's it for the shooting page. Let's take a look at the pace, where we went for the full pace upgrade, and that'll get us to 91 acceleration and 91 sprint speed for a 6 foot, 174 pound striker, which is actually really solid. And honestly, even if I were to have like 95 pace with this build, I really don't think I would notice much of a difference. Like the 91 pace, I got in behind on the defense a lot, and I really didn't have a problem with it. Yeah, it would be nice to have like 95 or 97, but it's literally not possible with a 6 foot, 174 pound striker. This is the fastest you could be. But honestly, it's actually really rapid. And then again, we do have the active first touch. So when you're running onto through balls and behind the defense, you get increased acceleration and sprint speed on the build. And remember that we do have the one-time shot. So looking back at this shooting page, we do have the 4-star weak foot. We don't have 5-star weak foot, but that one-time shot increases your weak foot on one-time shot opportunities. So if you're taking a one-time volley with your left foot and my guy's right-footed, we do have the 4-star weak foot, but since it's a one-time shot, it'll increase your weak foot to the 5-star weak foot, and that can be very clutch for just finishing all your chances. And again, you'll run into a lot of situations where you're utilizing that one-time shot perk, which is why I think it's very important. And it also gives you the power header, which makes you even better in the air and gives you more of a chance of finishing those headers. But that's gonna wrap it up for this build video, guys. I hope y'all enjoy this build, and if y'all do try it out, please let me know in the comments how it went on for you. I'd love to hear that. If you could hit that like button on this video and smack that subscribe button on my channel, I would greatly appreciate that. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. That would be a great milestone to achieve. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.